Great. So welcome everyone on this webinar from ICICI Life on digital enablers and revised guidelines for IPS. Since the industry as a whole, the insurance industry as a whole is going through major changes, we are trying to conduct a lot of webinars to educate our teams and make them updated on the recent changes and how you can basically pitch this new changes to your clients. The whole webinar is all about that. So from ICC, we have Shraddha Gupta, who is our RM, and Mr. Bharat Bajaj also with us. He's a senior manager there, handling a couple of very large relationships pan India. So I welcome Shraddha and Bharat to this webinar, and over to you, Shraddha. Now
Thank you so
you
much,
can
sir.
start your session.
Yes, sir. So good afternoon, everyone. So this is our second session. I hope I'm not going to take a lot of time, but hopefully I cover everything and all your doubts are clear in this session. Thank you for the introduction, Piyush, sir. So I'll just share the slide.
Yeah, you can start sharing this.
Yes. Okay, so basically this session is all about the protection in the lockdown period. So basically we have revised, in fact, not us, but all the insurance company are going to or have already revised their IPS, which is their plan guidelines. And so have we due to the lockdown period going on. So I'll just go through the same. So right now there are two type of protection strategies that are impacting us. So first is the coronavirus, because of which there is a lockdown and most of the people cannot go outside and cannot do a physical test, medical test. So it is impossible for us to go and meet the customer or talk to them face to face, or even for the customer to go and do physical medical test. Second, the reinsurer has revised its premium rates, and the reason behind is that earlier we used to, when we used to go and talk to the reinsurer, it was an average death was taken into consideration. When we did a lot of analysis, reinsurer came to know that a lot of deaths are happening in the lower sum assured cases. So that's why reinsurer came up to all the insurance industries and has revised its premiums and has raised, and due to the lockdown and coronavirus we have revised the things. So now the current scenario is that India is under the COVID cloud. People are concerned about their health well-being. If you see, then Policy Bazaar has noted around 20% increase in its health policies and about 10% increase in its life insurance policy. This is because that people are feared that what will happen if I get coronavirus, because you don't know what is the future. So that's why people are concerned and they are buying about the health and insurance policy, and there's a great demand in the market for life and health protection. So it's a great opportunity for us to focus on term plan and pitch the same to the customer. Now the thing is that even though people want to buy life insurance, there is problem of lockdown, social distancing which is happening, because of which it is difficult to fulfill the medical needs of the customer, that we cannot send them to our clinics or they cannot go to our clinics and get the medical test done. So we have revised and got the new underwriting rules to ensure that there is faster processing of IPS cases. So we have completely stopped our physical medicals during this lockdown period and have made all the policies telemedical only, so that there is easy onboarding and there's no inconvenience to the customer. Now this protection guidelines which has been changed has been effective since 11th April itself. Okay, it was effective from the 11th April itself. Any case logged in before this is logged in before this is considered, but any cases that has been logged in after 11th April has new underwriting changes in the guidelines. Now, if the policy is not issued as of yet, suppose if you did a login on 10th of April, but the policy didn't get issued, then the new underwriting guidelines will be implemented on those policies as well. Now, the premium change that ICICI Prudential has decided to make is from the 20th of April. So, any policy that is logged in till 19th of April will have the premium that is current premium, but any policy that is logged in after 20th of April will have an increase in the premium. Now, these are the boundary conditions that we have made during this lockdown period. Let me emphasize that this is for the lockdown period only because of the current situation of the market. Once the lockdown is over, we are again going to revise. In fact, all the insurance company will again revise their term guidelines. But during the lockdown period, this is the current scenario we will going with. Now the minimum income, for earlier we used to give minimum income at 2 lakh rupees, but now the minimum income is 5 lakh compulsorily. Now minimum education, we used to give policies to 10th pass, 12th pass as well. Now the minimum education that we require is graduate and above. One good news, that sum assured earlier was 50 lakhs, which was minimum, which has been reduced to 25 lakh as well. The maximum age of entry has been reduced to 55 years. Earlier we used to take sometimes we used to exempt the income proof. Now it is mandatory to have income proof, without which the policy will not be issued. Now the financial surrogates, so financial surrogates are basically the surrogates that we take when the customer is not salaried but self-employed. So we used to earlier take surrogates like home loan, or you can say credit card limit. All the surrogates were taken into consideration. Now they won't be taken into consideration. Only and only 3 years of ITR will be taken into consideration while issuing these policies. I-solution require income proof. So I-solution are basically all the solution plans that we have, like money back, or uh, hello.
Yeah, we can hear you, Shraddha.
Okay, yeah. So all the so you heard me till what point, ma'am?
Uh, 5 lakhs and graduate and above.
Okay,
Minimum
okay,
sum assured and above.
okay. So as I said, the minimum income is 5 lakh. The minimum education is graduate and above. Now the minimum sum assured has been reduced to 25 lakhs. So we can even give policy with minimum sum assured of 25 lakhs. The maximum age of entry has been reduced to 55 years. The earlier we used to exempt income proof in few of the cases, but now it is compulsory to have income proof, without which the policy will not be issued. Now the second point is that we used to take a lot of financial surrogates, like for people who are self-employed. For salaried we need income proof, but for the people who are self-employed, we used to take financial surrogates like housing loan, or if they have a car, or their credit card limit. All these things used to be taken into consideration while calculating their income. Now it is unavailable. Now we can only give policy to a self-employed person if he has 3 years of ITR with him, with the eligible amount and sum assured that he is taking. Now, our solution also require income proof. So, I solution are basically a solution products like money back, etc. So, this require income proof. Non-individual business insurance, so these are basically key man policies or employer employee. Now the maximum cover of age we are giving is till the age of 65 years. We will either be holding or refunding any cases that are of agriculturalist, housewife, joint life, student, NRI, or any case from the negative location. We will either hold it or we will refund those cases. Now, now the what about the cases which has been logged in before 11th of April but not yet issued uh, till now? So all such cases will be taken into consideration. The premium won't rise for them till 20th of April, but they will be taken into consideration. But a counter offer will be given to them if they are not meeting the new underwriting guidelines. So if there is any document pending or telemedicals pending, then we will be either giving them counter offer, or if they stay in the guidelines that has been newly revised, then they will be getting those cases issued. Now, the action proposed that we are proposing is either we reduce the sum assured based on the new limits, or we evaluate, and if things don't work out, suppose if the age of the customer is very high and he doesn't matches with the IPS guidelines that has been revised, or if he has any medical history and needs to have a physical medical done, then such cases we will evaluate, and if nothing can be done, we will be refunding the amount for such cases. So this is only for the lockdown period. In case if customer wants to reapply after the lockdown was over, he can do so, so that we can get the physical medical test done and reissue the case. But for now, till the lockdown is not over, we have to go ahead with this. Now the age, and let me just tell you the maximum sum assured, the grade that we have made that we can give. So now the age here is around 18. Just a second. Yeah. So the age around is here is 18 to 35. If the income is 5 lakh or above, the maximum sum assured that we can give is 1 crore. Or if the salary is 10 lakh, or for a non-salaried person, if the income is 15 lakhs and above, then the maximum sum assured that we can give is 2 crore. Likewise, if the age of the customer is between 36 to 40, then the maximum sum assured for 5 lakh and above is 75 lakh, and for someone earning more than 10 lakhs is 1.5 cr, and likewise it has been reduced for all the cases. So all these cases are telemedicals only. No, none of the case needs physical medical, but if the customer has any previous medical history, then such cases will be refunded back. So we have to make sure that we don't log in such cases for now till the lockdown period is over. Now for telemedical limits for critical illness is 25 lakhs up to the age of 50 years. So any critical illness policy, if rider is taken for 50 lakhs or 70 lakhs, those will not be considered. We will have to refund such cases, because the maximum telemedical limits for critical illness has been reduced to 25 lakhs. Also, you have to make sure that the salaried and non-salaried income should be 5 lakh and above. Education should be above graduate. Cases outside this underwriting guidelines will have to be refunded. And also one more important thing, if the customer has taken any policy, I Protect Smart before from ICICI Prudential, suppose his income is 18 to 35, and his age is 18 to 35, and his income is around 7 lakhs. He is eligible for 1 crore of sum assured for his term plan. But if suppose he has taken a policy before with the 50 lakh rupees of sum assured, then we will be only be able to give him 50 lakh more. Okay, Bharat? Okay. So now this is an illustration which we are giving. The age is 18 to 35 years of age. Now the income here we have taken, the illustration one is about a 30-year-old customer with an income of 10 lakh. The maximum sum assured that we can give is 2 crore. Cases about this limits will have to be refunded. So suppose if you have taken for someone with the age of 30 and his sum assured is more than 2 crore, we will have to refund such premiums. Second illustration, if the customer's age is 35 and his income is around 5 lakh, the maximum sum assured is 1 crore that we can give. If we apply more than 1 crore, then we will have to refund such cases. This is applicable only till the lockdown period. Now, this is the ideal price rate that we will be increasing for our term plans. So, if you will notice that for the age of 30, the sum assured 50 lakhs, the current premium plus 46% of increase will be done in this case. Whereas if you see for a sum assured of 1.2 CR, the increase is quite less compared to what it is for 50 lakhs or 16 lakhs, 60 lakhs, etc. So you might be asking what is the logic behind this increase in the premium and different rates in the premium. So this is decided by keeping into the mind the mortalities that we have seen. So we have, as in reinsurer company, we have noticed that most of the cases, the claims, the death claims that were coming were about were in the range of 50 lakh sum assured to 1 crore 1 crore. So this was the bracket where the maximum of the death claims were coming. So when reinsurer looked into this data and he got to know that most of the cases are from this bracket, he decided to increase the maximum of the prices in that bracket. So if you log in for more than 1 crore, the increase in premium is relatively lesser. So that is a good opportunity for us as well, because we can pitch the customer that instead of going, if he falls into the right eligible bracket, then we can pitch the customer accordingly that instead of going for a 50 lakh sum assured, he should go for something much higher so that he needs to pay lesser, lesser prices. Now the premium, this is just an example. So the age for here is 18 to 35. The maximum, the income is 5 lakh and above, and the maximum cover is 1 crore. The current premium for this type of customer would be around 16 lakhs, around 16.7 lakhs, sorry, 16.79 thousand, whereas the new premium would be around 20,900 approximately. Then for the second one, where it's for 2 crore, the current premium is 23,000, whereas the new premium will be around 32,000. So there is almost a 38% of increase in this case. So if we can log in a lot of cases before 19, then we can even pitch the customer in such a way that the prices are going to increase, and if they want to buy the term plan, then this is the right time for to do so. Now the income proof waiver. So as I have already mentioned that income proof is mandatory now. So to make a little bit of things on an easier note, we have tied up with ICICI Prudential has tied up with 2,000 corporates, top corporates. Now, in this case, we will not be requiring any income proof. All they have to give us is their visiting ID, visiting card, or their identity card. So, in this, that the customer needs to be a salaried individual within listed company, which I have shared the list of 2,000 um, corporates that we have tied up with Trupti madam, and it is also attached in this PPT. So I will share the same with you so that you can go through it accordingly. The age has to be between 18 to 50 years, and this is only applicable for graduate and above profile. If the customer is 12th pass or 10th pass, it will not be taken into consideration. The declared income will be considered as annual income. So the offer letter pe jo bhi declared income is there, it will be taken as their annual income. This is only for full-time and permanent employees, not for part-time or freelancers. So we will not be requiring income proof from such customers. All we need is visiting card and identity card. So I think that as we all have a huge customer database, Prabhudas Leeladhar is into business for a pretty long time, and they have such a great bond with so many customers all around India. So it is the right opportunity for us to check whether our customers are in the list of this 2,000 corporates. If even if out of, suppose if you have 100 customers database, even if we can get 10 such customers, we can go and pitch them, and maybe we can get at least 3-4 closures on basis of this.
And team, this list is already shared to you.
Oh,
I have already shared, Shraddha, the list.
okay. So these are just few questions. What if a person wants term cover for more than 2 crores? Then it is not possible. we will have to refund those premium. Anything lesser than that, according to the underwriting guidelines, only those can be taken into consideration. This is not applicable. Can we sell I care 2 or for less than 5 lakh income? So this is one of our term plan products. No, this so we have stopped this product during this lockdown period, so it is not available. Can we use financial surrogates to justify a person income? No, during the lockdown period, we will not be taking into consideration any financial surrogates. Can we do non-medical instead of telemedicals for lower sum assured? Uh, Due to lockdown and due to such a virus case where the number of cases are increasing day by day, it is not possible for us to give non-medicals. It has to be strictly telemedicals, and all the medical cases where if the customer has any illness or anything beforehand, such cases will be refunded or taken into consideration case by case. Um, Now, this guideline is only applicable for iProtect Smart, which is our term plan. The underwriting guidelines, as I mentioned, are applicable from 11th April itself. This is only for lockdown period, and the complete telemedical process is only for during the lockdown period. And that's about it for the protection part. I'll also quickly just verbally have tell you about the digital enablers that we have made. Also, should I just share that PPT also?
Yeah, sure. That will be good if you can
Okay,
share.
okay.
Share it.
Hmm.
Because we want you to take a bit of the process side also.
Okay, sure, sir.
We still have 20 minutes, so you can do it.
Okay, okay, done, done. Okay, team. So this is the online login process note. So as you know that no one can go outside, it's impossible for us to meet the customers. It's impossible. Even once the lockdown is over, people won't be, you know, won't be wanting to meet anyone who is a stranger. So if even if our frontline wants to go and meet the customer, it will be a little bit of a problem to convince the customer to have a physical meeting. So this online thing is going to be there into the market for a pretty long time, for at least 3-4 months, as we are guessing. So we have to adapt ourselves accordingly and become digitally enabled and do all the business accordingly. So ICICI Prudential has taken into consideration the whole scenario of the market, and we have digitized our whole journey from the login till the payment part of it. Every journey has been digitized, and I'll just go through how we have done that. So the overall login process is from the iKnow login. I'll go through each and every process one by one in the coming slides. So the iKnow login to the suitability analysis, to selecting the product which is suitable for the customer, to filling the form, to get getting the documents uploaded, to get the payment and medical scenario. Everything has been done digitally now. So let me just tell you how we have done it. So once you go to
Can you share
ICICI,
the PPT? We are not able to see the PPT.
you're not able to see the PPT, sir.
No.
Just a second, sir. Yeah. Can you see, sir?
Yeah, it's
Now?
better now.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So once you log into ICICI Prudential website, you will, in the very upper corner, you will see the login, the word login in the red. You just have to click on that. We have SP codes mapped to our system. As and when we have more SPs, we will map it at each location. For now, we have currently 2 SPs, and we have mapped it accordingly. So this SP code, we need to put it in that. Then one password is generated from our side. You have to put that password and click on the sign in option. Once that is done, you will see quite a lot of options like my dashboard, suitability, protection plans, smart search, etc. You have to click on the suitability part. Once you click on the suitability, it will ask you some basic questions about the customer, like the date of birth, their income, what is the life stage, whether he's single, married, nearing to retirement, or has children, his financial and family goals, whether he's looking for protection, savings, child plan, retirement. See, when we approach a customer, we don't want to bombard them with all the products that are available in the market, because there are thousands and thousand different types of
मैं क्या बोल रहा
investment.
हूँ, वो जो भेजा है ना,
Okay. Yeah, so as there are a lot of plans available in the market, we need to first understand what is that
एक
the customer's dominant goal is right now in the moment. So some customer would be
आपने मेरे को
looking for
भेजा नहीं
protect.
क्या?
श्याम, आप म्यूट पे हो जाइए.
Yeah. So someone's goal might be
एप्लीकेशन
protection, whereas someone's might be child plan. Likewise, we
अभी
have to
लॉग
all
इन है.
you also have to put in the
एक
risk
मिनट रुको,
profile of the customer.
मैं आपको कुछ वापस इसमें कुछ
श्याम,
Sir, the
श्याम,
host
आपने
can
भेजा
mute
नहीं
it.
मेरे को, एक मिनट.
Yeah. So
एक
we
मेरे को भी
also have
फॉरवर्ड
to
मत
put
करना,
in the
रुको.
risk profile of the customer, whether he wants
लेट मी चेक
aggressive
ना,
growth, or whether he
एक
wants
मिनट
a
रुको, प्लीज का
balanced
काम
one,
हो रहा है.
or a conservative
और
one. Such kind of question, basic
आपने
questions you need to put. And once you put that, our recommendation will come. So according to the all the questions that you have answered, you will be recommended with few of the options which are available, which suit the customer profile and what he is looking for. If suppose you are not looking for something which has been recommended, you can click on the view all product part. Once you click that, you will get a pop-up with an alert message that you are going to proceed with the different products which are not yet recommended to you, and you have to just click on the OK button. So for the illustration purpose, we have taken protection plan, but this dashboard will show you that there are different plans like protection plans, health plans, wealth plans, retirement plans. So according to customer need, you can choose whatever the customer is looking for. For illustration, we have taken protection plan. Once you click on that, it will show you all the term plans and protection related plans that are available. For here, we have taken iProtect Smart. You have to click on the buy now option. Once you click on the buy now option, it will give you basic personal detail. It will take you to a page where you have to put in basic personal details. So you have to either put the mobile number or email ID or PAN card and the date of birth of the customer. Once you do that, it will ask you basic proposer details like whether this policy is for an individual or non-individual, gender is male, female, age, etc. Once you fill in these details, you have to click on the continue button, and then you have a form kind of a thing will appear where you need to put the advisor code, FSC code, bank branch source code. All these codes are available with ICICI Prudential. If you are logging in by yourself, you need to ask this code from your local team, or you can ask me about such codes, and I will be providing you with that. um, for opportunity ID and CSR LIM code, you just need to write 9999. Whereas for the CAFOS code, you need to put the RM code. So basically, if suppose Chandigarh some RM is logging in one case, then the RM's employee ID needs to be put in the CAFOS code. For the reference purpose, I have written the advisor code, which is of Prabhudas Leeladhar. The FSC code would be the FSC which has been mapped to your respective location. Bank code and the source code is same for everyone, which is PLCA. Branch code differs from every different branches. SP code will have for every respective location, there is a different SP code. Opportunity ID and LIM code, which I already told you. So yeah, once you put in all this is just for the reference I have put. For Mumbai, branch code is ZN49, whereas for Hyderabad, it is ZN51. For Chennai, it is ZN92. So everyone has different branch code, whereas the bank code and the source code remains the same. Now the login process. So once you have put all this code, the EBI page will appear where you can calculate the premium of the customer. So you need to fill in the details like what is the policy term, whether he wants to pay yearly, monthly, or um, sorry, um, half yearly. What is the sum assured that he is looking smoke and on, etc. Just the basic EBI page and click on the calculate option. Once you click on that, you will be able to generate the EBI. And if the customer is satisfied with everything, you need to click on the buy now option. Once you click on that, 50% of your application form is already filled at this step. Now, all you need to do is fill in the life assured details. So, life assured is the person whose life we are assuring in when buying the protection plan. So, if I'm buying a policy for myself, then I am the life assured. If my mother is buying a term plan for myself, she is a proposer and I am the life assured because my life is being assured in this policy. So you just need to write the basic details, whether the gender, father's name, mother's name, date of birth, etc. um, Once that is done, you need to fill in pan and income details. So basically here you need to put in your pan card number, your annual income, age proof, etc. Now this after this page is over, this page will ask you basically whether you are a politically exposed person or would you like to share your portfolio or fund management detail with the advisor. So you can click on the no buttons if you're not politically exposed person. If you are, kindly click on the yes person if the customer is politically exposed. um, Once that is done, it will land you to the page where you need to put the nominee details. So if the customer is no more, who will get the money? So you have to basically fill in the details of the nominee who will get the sum assured when something unfortunate happens. So you just have to write on basic details like who is the nominee, what is the relationship, what is the nominee's name, her or his gender, etc., and click on the continue button. Once you do that, 60% of your form is filled. Then you just need to fill the residential status, whether you are an Indian or an NRI. If Also you have to fill in your communication address and permanent address. If it is the same, then you can click on the button and say that it is same. But if your communication address, suppose you are residing in Kolkata, but your permanent address where you have a house with your family in Delhi, then for the communication of any kind of policy kit or everything will be sent to Kolkata. So you need to fill in the communication address and permanent address accordingly and click on the continue button. Once that is done, health questionnaire starts. Here you they will we will be asking you basic questions like whether you consume tobacco, alcohol, or narcotics, any such kind of thing. Then you need to click on yes or no depending on what the customer health status is. Then there are few other questions related to health, like whether the customer has high BP or diabetes or liver disorder, any such kind of health related question issues. If the customer has, you need to fill in there. And if it something is not available on that, you can put it in the remarks section and continue the button. Once that is done, the ECS details will come. So ECS is basically electronic standing instructions. So what does what does ECS do is basically when you put in the customer's account name, account number, IFSC code, what happens? It gives a standing instruction to the bank that all the future premiums will be auto debited. So it's a basic standing instruction which most of the policy has. So if the customer is buying the policy on an annual mode, you need to click on the yes of the first option, where you see I want to set up standing instruction on above bank details. If the policy is bought for annual mode, you have to click on this button. Whereas if the customer is buying on the monthly mode, you have to click on this button, which is the second one. Do you wish to submit online mandate? So once this is done, you have So you have to click on the continue button, and you will get an OTP on your register mobile ID. You just have to put in the OTP, and then 85% of your form will be filled. Now, this is a review page where you can review whether all the details that you have filled are correct, or if there is any changes that you need to make. If it is correct, then you have to click on the check box here, where it says I, the customer name, have gone through above mentioned illustration details. So basically it's just a consent kind of checkbox which you needs to be clicked on, and your 85% of the form will be filled. After which, with which the payment page appears. Now payment can be done through different modes like credit card, debit card, Google Pay, etc. So here the customer needs to fill in make the payment. You can send this link to the customer so that he can do it by himself. Now the payment mode available are debit, credit, net banking, UPI, different types of wallet, Amazon Pay, etc. As a customer cannot go, or our frontline or anyone can go and submit the set checks in the bank accounts, that's why it is necessary for us to ask the customer to make the payment online. Now, how do we upload the documents? I'll come to that. I'll just go through the mandatory standard documents that are needed. So the documents that we require are photograph, PAN card, address proof, income proof, online ACR, which is agent confidential report, and customer declaration form, which is CDF. So these are the mandatory standard documents. So without which the policy will not get issued. Now, income proof includes 3 years of ITR, Form 16, or salary slip of last 3 months, such kind of things. For standard address proof, you have passport, Aadhaar copy, driving license, etc. Now, uh, now for document uploading, you have to go for once all this is done, the payment is done, you again have to go on ICICI Prudential website, and on the right side of the screen you will see track application. By this time, when you do 90% of the application is generated, you will get an application number. Kindly note down that application number, and you need to put that application number here. Once you do that, you can schedule the medical. Right now physical medical is not there, so you can just inform the respective frontline at each location by ICICI Prudential, and they will help you in scheduling telemedicals. You can also upload documents. So see, as you can see, this is an example where PAN card and a photo ID has been already uploaded and verified, whereas the pending documents are address proof, age proof, photograph, etc., where you need to click on the upload button and upload the remaining documents. Once that is there, CDF, which is customer declaration form, will appear. Now that we are a corporate agent, we are very we can do the CDF confirmation on our website itself. So once all this is done, a form will appear with the consent of the customer, where it will be written about the policy name, its basic details, and whether the customer has understood and is willing to take it by himself. Once he click on those two boxes here, he will have to click on get OTP option. OTP will be sent to his registered mobile number and email address. Once he sees that, he has to verify it and put the OTP here and submit it. Now, being a corporate agent, we are lucky that we can fill in the agent confidential reports, that are CSR, online itself. Or once the CDF is done, the ACR needs to so basic details like nature of proposal, purpose of the insurance, nature of the work of the customer, how do you know the proposal, etc. Such kind of 2 to 3 boxes that are there, that needs to be filled in, and you have to click on the save and view PDF button. Once you click on that, the ACR will be uploaded. Now, how can you upload documents digitally? As I show you, you can go on the application tracker, which is on ICICI Prudential website, and upload the documents. Or for ICICI Prudential employees, there is an app called eDocs, whereas for the customers or the partners, you can go and download um, app like iPru Life, Android or iOS apps which are available on Google Store. You can upload documents or on them, or you can also WhatsApp us on this number which is available on the screen, and just send us the documents and we will upload it on your behalf. Or if this is very hassle, we have also made it very hassle free by having frontline at each and every location who can help you out with this whole process. If you don't want to go through it, you just need to help in generating leads, and everything else will be taken care henceforth. So that's about it from my side.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Shraddha, for the brief and nice presentation. Actually, this will help a lot of our RMs to close more deals. Two, three quick important points to recap: that the prices are going to increase from 20th April for all the ICC policies. This 5 lakh rupees limit for income is only for lockdown. These boundary restrictions, they will get actually relaxed the moment lockdown gets over. And the other important point, which basically I want to make, is that as Shraddha told, that 1.2 crore sum assured has the lowest price increase of 9%. So you can always refer to that sheet. We will share you this PPT to all the RMs across our branches. So wherever the price increase is the lowest, you can convince the client to go for that particular category.
Piyush, the PPT is already shared.
Again,
Last time.
we'll re-emphasize that if people have forgotten. And one important point which Radha had mentioned and we have already shared is the Excel sheet of 2000 corporates. I think in a lot of large cities like Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Delhi NCR regions, and in Mumbai also, we might have a lot of these companies present where the documentation is relaxed because of ICICI's tie-up with those companies, where we can also source the business, and ICICI basically helps us in faster documentation. Just visiting card is required. So we will share more details. I think with that, actually, I thank all the participants again for participating. If you want to ask any questions, you can put it in the chat box. We still have 3-4 minutes to go.
And team, we only have 3 days.
So,
So try to maximize in old rates.
Yeah, Bharat, you were saying something?
hi Piyush, I got one question there. Can we change the nominee at any time? Yeah, after the nominee form is there, you have to just fill that details and submit it, and the nominee will be changed.
Okay, great. And yeah, one more important point I wanted to make is a lot of people across branches had been identified for SP code creation and the training and exams, and many people have gone through that. So once this lockdown is over, actually, we will again, restart the process of that SP code creation, trainings and exams. So for that, me and Tripti will be separately coordinating.
No, trainings have been done. Many people have done. There are few who have applied for the examination. They've got the dates also. So
Okay.
balance who are remaining, we will work on it. Prashant and I and you will work on it. So Shraddha and Bharat, we are aggressively working on the SP. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay, ma'am. Yeah.
because we know the
Okay.
importance of the SP.
Right,
Okay.
right, ma'am.
Bangalore, Delhi,
So
Hyderabad.
there is a next question coming up.
Yeah.
Piyush, once okay. There is a next question that same process for NRI clients. I will reiterate that till the lockdown period is not over, we cannot give to NRI clients any products like term plan or savings or ULIP. They might come in India before the lockdown period or after the lockdown period. The NRI clients won't get right now any products for this.
But those who are there from other countries still staying in India, we can give them, right? Shraddha, we have done 2 cases.
Ma'am, those cases
No,
were,
no, no.
now it is not
Now-
applicable. Earlier it
Okay.
was, but now
Okay.
till the lockdown is there, it will not be possible.
Okay, okay,
Yes.
done.
Sure. So, guys, thanks a lot again. We will share all the required details again with all of-
Shraddha, share this enable digital PPT again. I want to
Okay.
share it to them.
Okay,
Yeah?
okay, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Shraddha and
Thank you.
Bharat, for your precious time.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks a lot,
Piyush.
everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.